So let's start, unfold this mystery. Let me take you on the journey of few historical moments, few moments which this entire humanity has or had gone through. So first of all, as I said, that this talk is not about motivation, inspiration, or any knowledge about business or life. It's more about our history and how did we overlook our lessons from the past. And there is a certain reason. And the first and foremost reason is that we have no time to look at past because we are part of a race, and this is a never-ending race. I see that entire humanity, regardless of their gender, demography, geography, everyone, almost everyone is part of this race. A race which I didn't find that it's against time, a race which is not there to write or rewrite destiny, a race not against the other 8.7 million coexisting species. Yeah, you heard it rightly. There are other 8.7 million species coexisting with us and trillions of stakeholders and shareholders of this place. This race, in fact, no one knows what it is about. Sometimes it seems that we all are in self-distraction mode. Let's just go through a quick overlook of this great journey of civilized humanity. From the primitive age, humans were equally scared and vulnerable to its internal and external environment as other species. They used to stay with animals, plants, and other species with utmost care and awareness. But that wasn't the solution to their fear and insecurity. And this anxiety led humans to discover fire, grains, fruits, weapons, and so on. And that discovery isn't over so far. The more humans enriched in knowledge, possesses wealth and resources, the more they became anxious and scared. They wanted to preserve those things forever. And here is a point to think about. A human which cannot survive more than 100 years if we leave few exceptions behind. But they always have this intention to keep possessions of the accumulated properties or wealth forever. So they got an idea to be civilized, to keep things forever. Because then they have thought to transfer their accumulated wealth to the next generation. And this civilization is not merely limited to cultures and values, but living in a closed community at a distance from nature's other 8 million species. Started staying in houses, built villages, castles, forts, and then gradually towns and advanced cities. From the first so-called civilized society, human got a feeling of pride, with embrace, a sense of supremacy over everything. We have proof of many ancient civilizations like Indus, Greek, Roman, Chinese, and so on. Then in the name of civilization, humans started to explore nature and its resources more and more. That exploration and consumption turned into exploitation and distraction, which indeed one of the major causes of natural and unnatural disasters. Today, we are so advanced technologically, socially, economically, politically, and very proud, highly civilized human. We explore Moon and Mars, clearly dominating Earth, water, and space. But do we remove our fear? Had we? This level of fear is also increased with our development and growth. Today, human is scared of everything. One person don't trust others. We have lost ourselves in this race somewhere. And an unseen, invisible fear has taken control on us, on our existence. And I find a very simple reason for that. Because we all know that a wrongdoer is always fearful to be exposed one day, isn't it? So we, the people of Earth, know clearly that our actions will decide our fate. And what actions? We as civilized people don't like encroachments, stealing things, loots, seize freedom and impose norms. Have you forgotten that what we dislike or don't accept for ourselves, we are actually doing the same with the other coexisting trillions of stakeholders for many generations, centuries, and civilizations? How could we forget that this earth is not our property, but a common, shared place for shared existence with other species? And this is the beauty of this nature, isn't it? Which maintains its ecosystem. But what we did? We thrashed this entire holistic ecosystem to just satisfy our never-ending greed and ego. We didn't take consent for any of our actions from other existing entities. We destroyed forests, demolished hills, mountains, terminated wildlife, and crossed seas, oceans, and lands as per our convenience. We set our dominance on everything and somewhere satisfied our ego of supremacy. But let me ask you a question here. We know our ancestors were civilized and there were many civilizations at different corners of this billions of years old earth. And only humans were civilized and did everything for their survival. But we all know that most advanced civilizations of their time eventually disappeared and got buried inside the earth. I do not want to go into the region of elimination or disappearance of those great civilized cities, states, or counties. But point is that they couldn't survive. And you see, at the other side, uncivilized species, uncivilized animals, plants, and most of other entities have survived in the same era and same conditions. How? This is my question you think about. How was that possible? Most advanced, supreme living entity, human being, washed out completely from some corners of the earth, while at the same time, in the same environment, most of other species survived and dominated those areas until humans found and invaded again those places to start a new civilization. And this cycle has been happening for ages. There might be some instances when humans tried to find answer of such paradoxical outcomes of the nature, but I couldn't find any evidence for the same. What I understood, human in the name of civilization cut off himself from his responsibility of coexisted being in a shared place and the nature, turned into an opportunist consumer while at the same time other species built a great bonding with the nature successfully. So humans' so-called success basically earned on the price of a great and unrepairable failure. That instead of becoming a nature savior, human became a nature destroyer. So the nature also turned its back on the man time to time. Sometimes I feel other species are better civilized than us humans. Don't you think that? We may find numerous examples in our day-to-day life. While humans have kept distance from nature and forgotten their responsibility towards saving this ecosystem, which is mandatory for living beings, other species are making a great contribution in building this ecosystem and restoring Earth's original and natural beauty and structure. And today, what a paradoxical situation is there. Something just happened out of the blue. An entire world turned statue. All beautiful metros and great cities. Their roads, skies are completely empty. We all are locked inside the doors. Danger is looming large over entire humanity as they both shocked, scared, uncertain about future, crying and waiting for help. When this advanced global civilization observing pain, sorrow, deaths, and terribly frustrating, depressed situation around, the entire nature is restoring its original shape, purity, color, fragrance, authority, and displaying a great paradox for humans. Who is responsible for this situation? Why is God's most beautiful creation on verge of disappearance again and again? While human is so intelligent, its supremacy cannot be challenged by any other species across the globe. Then why are they so weak in encountering such terrible, invisible black swans? You may call this as virus or any natural unnatural calamity, but question remains same. I would like to suggest you one thing here. Take your time and try to be with those few simple questions. You may get answer within if you have little understanding with your existence and correlation with nature's life cycle and its ecosystem. At last, I would like to conclude this talk with a commitment that we will continue this introspection till we find a torch which can help us to show the path in the darkest ever time in the history of known human civilizations so far. Thank you very much. Be safe, be healthy, be conscious.